Because if you don't believe that Muhammad is a fairy tale storyteller, and he believed anything as this man, he said about him in that chapter, chapter 9, verse number 61, that Muhammad is just a hero. He hear a story, he make it that his God told him. So who believe in it? Who is a Muslim believe in it? Do we have any Muslim believe in the fountain of youth? No Muslim believe in it suddenly? So you agree with us that Muhammad is a fairy tale storyteller? Focus with me in the topic, guys. So here there's a story Muhammad he mentioned, and this is a story Muhammad is copying from old legends. I don't know how many of you heard the story of Gilgamesh and other stories about a king who wanna go and find where the fountain of youth so he can stay young and live forever, blah 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 blah. And then he found it, and then they called him Mr. Green, Al-Khadr. Any Muslim? Who believe in it? A guy, his name is Al-Khadr. He is a prophet of Allah. The reason they call him Mr. Green, because simply he drank from the fountain of youth, and since then he never died. And this guy, he was in the funeral of Noah, he was in the funeral of Abraham, he was the funeral of Aaron, the funeral of Moses, and the funeral of Muhammad. This guy was all over the place. Why? Because he drank from the fountain of life. Moses, he thought he is the most advanced person in the world when it's come to knowing God and knowledge from God. And then Allah, he said to him, Moshe, you are stupid compared to Al-Khadr. You know what, Moshe, I'm going to send you for a training. I will send you to Al-Khadr and he will train you. This is how high Al-Khadr is. It's like he is the guru, you know. It's like, you know, he was the hole in the narrative, the standard narrative have holes, you know. So Moshe, he thought he knew, you know. So he said to his assistant, or one of the Jews, he said to him, they asked him, who is the most servant of Allah? He knew. He said, me. Allah, he said to Moshe, hey Moshe, stupid Moshe, it's not you. What? What? Read really carefully. Allah Messenger said, Moshe, or Moses, he got up to deliver a sermon before the children of Israel. Bani mean children. And it's funny how Muslims translate. I mean, they translate the whole thing, and now you're stuck with Bani. I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid translation like this? Okay, how somebody now is reading will know what Bani mean. He translated the whole thing, but Bani, no. We keep Bani as it is, brother. All right. So, delivered the sermon of children of Israel, and he was asked, who is the most learned person among the people? See, like, you know, one of you call me now, and he say, hey, Christian Prince, who is the most one person he knows in the world? I would say, Christian Prince. Brother and sister, I confirm for you that I am the most knowledgeable person in the world. Okay. So Moshe is very humble. He said, me. Look how humble he is. Musa replied, I am the most learned. Allah then admonished Moshe, said, hey, Habibi Moshe, why you are saying that, Habibi, huh? For he did not ascribe all the knowledge to Allah only. Moshe, he did stupid thing. He did not add the word Allah at the end of his sentence. I mean, can you believe it? How you do that, Moshe? So Moshe, you know, he said that, and then Allah decided to send Moshe for a training. Then the divine came, inspiration. He said, yes, one of ourselves at the junction of the two seas. Like, what? Is more learned than you? There's a junction of two seas, and there's somebody is learned more than Moshe. Moshe, he wanna go. He cannot wait no more. He was lucky at that time there's no corona, so he can go, you know, and there's no visas. So Moshe, he asked his servant, and his name is Yeshua ibn Nun, which means Yeshua, the son of the whale. So he said to him, get ready, Allah will send me for a training. Moshe said to Allah, oh Almighty Allah, how can I meet him? Allah said, take a whale, not a fish. In translation it says a fish. You see, Muslim, you say to me, Muhammad is not a fairy tale storyteller, right? Read carefully. Take a fish in the basket, but this is not a fish, it's a whale. In Arabic it says hoot. In the basket, and whenever the fish is lost, follow it. Look, what? But this is a dead fish. Like, hello? Follow the dead fish. Hey, Muslims, how many of you said to me, Muhammad is not a fairy tale storyteller? So the verse in the Quran is true. The Arab, they were making fun of Muhammad, for he is simply just an idiot who copies stories, and he mentioned, claiming that Allah is the one told him those stories. So whenever the fish is lost, follow it. But how we can follow a dead fish? Later you will find out. Amazing. And you will find him in that place. You will find who? Mr. Green, the one who knows better than Moshe. So Moses set out along with his attendant Yeshua ibn Nun, and they carried with them a whale. Look like it's a small whale, till they reached the rock and rested there. I mean, look at the road, man. I mean, Moshe, he took the highway. Hold on, I'm going to show you what we are talking about, because many of you are not good in geography. All right. So Moshe, he was here in Israel. And Allah, this is where Moshe is. Okay? I hope the thought is clear. And Allah told him that there is someone he knew more than you, and they live in Bahrain. This is Bahrain. And this is Quran, by the way. This is Quran. So Moshe, he told his attendant or his servant, get ready and take with you a whale, because Allah, he ordered us, when we lose the whale, we follow the whale, and the whale will tell us where is this guy. Okay. So Moshe, he took his transportation at that time. It used to work by battery, and he went all the way here. And the story, and they stop until they find a rock. I mean, how many rock in the way? Imagine how many thousands of kilometers we are talking about. And they stop until they find the rock. What rock? Do we have any Muslim want to say something? They stop when they found the rock. I mean, isn't it all the road full of rocks? At that time, he have highway, and there's no rocks in the way. So they keep going until they found a rock. Like what? What rock? And how they knew this is the rock? And how many million rocks in the road? So they keep going until they found the rock, and they stop there. Bingo. Takbir. True story. This is true story. Muhammad is not a fairy tale teller. No, he's telling the truth. So here they keep going, until they reach the rock. Like what? How they knew which rock is that? Let it go, let it go. The best thing about those stories is not to think much, because you will have headache. And the best scenario, you will have heart attack. It's like watching an American movie, you know, like Sylvester Stallone. He just, I mean, okay, he have a Browning gun. Okay, how many bullets is there inside? 14. Okay, how 14 bullet gun can shoot 20? Don't ask. It's Sylvester Stallone movie. Like, hello? American movie, brother. This is an American movie at the time of Muhammad. So they keep going until they reach the rock. And when they reach the rock, they rested there. One trip, one way, did not rest in the way. I mean, it's going to take them 2 months to arrive. They keep going non-stop, and they rested there. Moses, and look at the details, brother. Moses, he put his head down and slept. This reminds me of this picture. Which one of them is Moshe? This is Moshe and his servant. I'm not sure. I think the one with the gray hair is Moshe. So now they keep going until they arrive to the rock, and now it's and look, actually, look at Moshe beard is moving like from the Muslims. Be honest. Who of you is not convinced that Muhammad is a fairy tale story teller? Let me exit Paltalk, because look like there's no Muslims want to contact us. Okay, bingo. So we go back to the story, which is a true story. But kuffar don't believe in it, brother, because they're stupid kuffar. We are smart believers. They are stupid. We are not stupid. So he put his head down and he slept. And then Sufyan, the sub-narrator, said, somebody other than Amr said, anyway, at the rock there was a water spring called Al-Hayat. Let me drink some, because I have some of it. My grandfather, he saved some for me. That's why I'm very young. I drank too much. I hope I will not become 2 years old again, because last time I drank too much, I became 2 years old. I woke up in the morning, I don't know how to put my shoes. All right. Anyway, so there was a spring of water called Al-Hayat. Al-Hayat in Arabic means the life. What the name of the spring of the water? Life. And brother, none, brother. You know what none mean? I mean, this none is big. This is a big deal, none. I mean, this none can destroy you. None, do you know what none? It's not like none like yours. This is the real none. This is the none as an exception for nothing ever before. And none, look how me, I love the none there. Come in touch with, it's not, you don't even need to drink the water, you touch the water. Come in touch with the water, but become alive. Mean, if you touch the water, you become alive. What will happen if you drink it? Any Muslim? So, you know, when a Muslim, he says that we don't know, you know, this guy is not telling the truth, you know, this is not a true, he is lying to you. I mean, this is your official website. This is Sahih Bukhari. This is Sahih Bukhari. And the one who's talking is your prophet. And then they say to us, he is lying. Okay, you can say that, but people are laughing. I mean, there's a... So here it says, none came in touch with the water, but became alive. And this is what happened to Al-Khadr. Khadr, his name is a green. I told you before why his name is a green, right? Because supposedly, after he drank from this water, if he sit anywhere in the grass, even though the grass is dead, the grass will become a green again. All right, guys, ignore this Ali. Where is Ali? Let us block him. You know, we waited in Pal Talk for an hour, and now we exit. No, he says call me. But time user out. We have no time for kids. So some of the water. So guys, when they said it's called al-hayat, none come in touch in it, but became alive. So some of the water of the spring fell over the fish. Like what? So it moved. Hold on. I mean, we need to understand the story in a better way. Guys, don't tell me about someone want to call me. We exit Pal Talk already. This guy is a kid. Those guys, they took a fish with them from Israel all the way to Bahrain. Will take them at least 6 to 7 weeks to arrive using the camel or donkey or whatever they are using. And the fish with them all this time, from here to Bahrain. And then when they arrived to Bahrain, they sat next to the rock. This is the rock. And the fish was next to the rock. This is Mrs. Fish. And then a drop of water from the spring, brother, boom, 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 hit the fish. And then the fish just start moving. Alhamdulillah. And if we ask Zakir Naik about this, I mean, Zakir Naik will confirm it. Don't you agree, Zakir Naik? Exactly. And actually, I believe it's a true story. And I can prove it scientifically. Right now, if there is a 35th, what's Zakir Naik? If there is a 35th, thirsty fish, Christopher, stop laughing. Yes, there is 35th. As an example, if you are a fifth who live in a fresh water, and they will put you in the salty water, you are going to get thirsty. Ah, okay. So, see, if there is thirsty, Zakir Naik, she is dead. It's a dead fish. Not thirsty. Thirsty fish. I mean, what is this guy Christian Prince? He come with this story? I don't know. I mean, yeah, some people think I write them before I go. I just make it up. By the way, some Muslim in the chat, they would say Zakir Naik did not say that. Christian Prince is lying. Honestly, there's even Muslims, they make a video about there is somebody, he made a call in YouTube between Zakir Naik and Christian Prince, but this is not real. I mean, this is me speaking, The Muslim, they start saying Christian Prince is lying. He never debated, Zakir Naik. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.